Welcome to News9 Live, and you are watching On Point with me. And before I introduce you to today's On Points, let's take a quick look at the headlines. No end to the standoff between junior doctors and Mamata Banerjee government. Mamata says she'll wait for the doctors to come for talks. Veteran CPM leader Sitaram Yechury dies at 72 after prolonged illness. Disengagement 75% complete, says S. Jaishankar on progress along LAC with China. Political slugfest over PM Modi's visit to CGI's house for Ganesh Puja. Shiv Sena raises objections. BJP dismisses the criticism. Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav accuses BJP of a land scam in Ayodhya and demands a thorough investigation. Crackdown on protests in Manipur. Security forces arrest over 30 people, seize AK series rifle and ammo from Churachandpur district. Security forces bust 2 terrorist hideouts in Pastuna area of Tral in South Kashmir's Pulwama district. Rahul Gandhi slams centre over Indore gang rape. Karnataka CM Siddaramaiah warns of ruthless action as communal tensions over Ganapati procession grips Mandya. The standoff between the doctors and Mamata Banerjee in context of RG Kar Medical College and the gang rape case continues. Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, who waited for the doctors for the meeting after so many days thinking that there might be some reconciliation, didn't take place. She said that she will wait for them to come, which is another round. Despite efforts from Chief Secretary Manoj Pant to mediate, the doctors insisted on their demand for live streaming of their meeting with the Chief Minister. The agitating junior doctors had reached the West Bengal State Secretariat for the talks around 5. The government said it agreed to the demand for a larger delegation and allowed 32 members. However, as the talks failed, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee left the meeting venue. This was the third invitation extended by the state government to the protesting doctors. These are the visuals of protests, and these have become normal seen in Kolkata. Today, yesterday, day before yesterday, protest continues. Various social civil organizations have been mobilized. The protesting doctors are still continuing their cease work protest, defying the Supreme Court order and pleas from the state government to resume work. The doctors' sit-in protests continue outside the Health Ministry headquarters in Kolkata. Let's listen to some of the agitators first.
आज सीनियर डॉक्टर्स, हमारे प्रोफेसर्स, हमारे मेडिसिन और सर्जरी प्रोफेसर्स, वो लोग ओटी करके, वो लोग मेडिसिन क्लिनिक्स करके 24 घंटा ड्यूटी करके यहाँ पर आ रहे, यहाँ 8 घंटा 10 घंटा वो बैठ रहे, फिर वो यहाँ से मिदनापुर जो लगभग 80 किलोमीटर दूर है वहां पर जाके फिर 24 आवर्स ड्यूटी कर रहे, फिर आ रहे। वो लोग भी शिफ्ट्स में आ रहे हैं, हम भी शिफ्ट्स में आ रहे, हमारे पढ़ाई है, हम वो भी कर रहे हैं। जो हमारे सीनियर्स है, इंटर्न डॉक्टर्स, हाउस स्टाफ डॉक्टर्स, वो उनका ड्यूटी कर रहे हैं। तो मेडिकल सिस्टम इज कम्प्लीटली इंटैक्ट, मेडिकल सिस्टम हैज नॉट बीन हार्म्ड इन एनी वे। गवर्नमेंट जो बोल रहा है और उसका लॉयर मिस्टर कपिल सिब्बल वो जो बता रहा है उसके पास कोई प्रूफ नहीं है। हमारे पास ओपीडी नंबर्स है, 5 दिन के अंदर 1 लाख पेशेंट्स को ओपीडी का रजिस्ट्रेशन मिला है, तो वो नंबर्स गवर्नमेंट नंबर्स है और गवर्नमेंट के लॉयर सुप्रीम कोर्ट में ऐसा इंफॉर्मेशन कोट कर रहा है कि डेथ्स हुए हैं, पेशेंट्स को नेग्लेक्ट कर रहा है. वेयर इन रियलिटी, इन द ग्राउंड रियलिटी, आई वुड लाइक टू इनवाइट Mr. Kapil Sibal to come to the grounds, to come to every government hospital and check out what is happening in the hospitals. So, हमारे ये आंदोलन जारी रहेंगे और तब तक जारी रहेंगे जब तक सीएम हमारे ये डिमांड्स नहीं फुलफिल करेंगे.
मुख्यमंत्री और विनीत गोयल का पद त्याग, दूसरा कोई डिमांड नहीं है. पद त्याग करे मुख्यमंत्री. एक महिला मुख्यमंत्री होने के बावजूद महिलाओं के साथ में अत्याचार दर्शन हो रहा है. त्याग पत्र चाहिए मुख्यमंत्री का, कुछ नहीं.
महिला होकर महिला का विरोध कर रही है, वो महिला होकर महिला का विरोध कर रही है, महिला के परिवार को जाकर पैसा पे कर रही है. इंदिरा मुखर्जी को इस्तीफा देना चाहिए. इंदिरा मुखर्जी हाय हाय.
This is the press conference of Mamata Banerjee that is taking place on the right hand side. Let's dip in and I'll translate it for you, the basic points.
আমরা বলি হার্ট অ্যাটাক, স্ট্রোক এগুলো ধাক্কা মারলে মানুষের প্রাণ চলে যেতে পারে, এগুলো প্রাণঘাতী. যেটা হচ্ছে ক্যাথিল্যাব যেগুলো চেঞ্জ করে কিডনি পেশেন্টদের ডায়ালিসিস হওয়ার পরে, চেঞ্জ না করার জন্য মারা গেছে পিজিতে. বিক্রম মারা গেছে আরজি করে, তার অ্যাক্সিডেন্ট হয়েছে, দুটো পা দিয়ে রক্তের বন্যা বইছে, কেউ মায়া করেননি, তাও কিছু বলিনি. কিন্তু বিক্রমের মায়ের বুকও তো কাঁদছে. রিস্টার মা বা উত্তর 24 পরগনার একটা ঘটনা আমি জানি, নিজের থেকে কিডনি দিয়েছেন ছেলেকে, কিডনি বাঁচানো, ছেলেকে বাঁচানোর জন্য, জীবন বাঁচানোর জন্য. ক্যাথিল্যাব চেঞ্জ হয়নি বলেই, ক্যাথিটার কি বলে ওটাকে, ক্যাথিটার
So let me give a basic translation of what Mamata Banerjee had said a few minutes ago, and then I'll go to my guests, Dr. Saurav Datta, Dr. Shreya Shaw, and Brijesh. Mamata Banerjee primarily had said, I waited for 2 hours, will wait for some more time on the issue of live streaming on the event. She said 3 videographers were also kept for accurately documenting things, but we can't live stream each and every meeting. Case is sub judice and is being proved. Media trial is not the way to go forward. She said they came late, but I did not mind. If video is made public, it can take a different turn. And she said, don't incite violence. So Mamata Banerjee is giving her side of the story. So we will play out the bite with proper translations to you. But meanwhile, let me just go to my guests. Dr. Saurav Datta, Chairman Action Committee IMA. Dr. Shreya Shaw, Junior Resident Ajika Hospital, protester, and Brijesh Pandey. Let me go across to Dr. Shreya Shaw.
Yes.
Dr. Shreya, there is a Supreme Court verdict. And then there are the doctors. Why are doctors so upset?
So there are various reasons we are upset. First of all, in the last Supreme Court hearing, very false narratives have been put out without any authentication or without any proofs. First of all, regarding the 23 deaths. So as you know that 93,000 doctors are running the healthcare system of the government of West Bengal, whereas 7,500 resident doctors are there on whom the healthcare does not rely. The healthcare is relying on 93,000 government doctors who are running the system very smoothly. Well, let's come to the 23 deaths. If you have to talk about 23 deaths, then you have to talk about the ratio, the proportion. You have to talk about the number of deaths every day in hospitals and the cause of death. So just blatantly naming out 23 deaths so and so is because of the protesting doctors is absolutely not acceptable. There has to be a concrete proof regarding how the deaths have occurred. And let's come to the ground reality that we have been waiting for 33 days now. We are on the road for 33 days now. We have been tirelessly protesting peacefully on the road for 3 days outside the Swasthya Bhavan. whereas the Honorable Chief Minister has probably waited only 2 hours. And what she is denying is a mere live telecast where we are demanding transparency of each and every step. We have been demanding transparent investigation from day one, and we are demanding transparent dialogue, transparent discussion between the secretariat and between the protesting doctors, so that each and every citizen who has come to the road to sit with us, who has come and sat with us on the road, is also knowing what is going on, and everyone has the right to know about the decisions that are made and about demands that we are making, which are very basic. And unless these demands are fulfilled, I do not think that nobody at this point, nobody can go on from this, and our protest is going to go on
For me,
unless
just
and
wait
until
for
the
just wait
demands
for
are
a
met.
minute. Okay, so doctors are pretty angry because they feel that there is a fake narrative. Now let me, for our viewers, play out three things. One, what the students want. Let me play out that graphic. That is very important, and then I'll read out what the court has said. Action against all responsible for alleged tampering of evidence. This is the 5-point charter. That's very important. Strict action against former RGK principal Sandeep Ghosh and action against DCP North and Central. That's the second demand. Then they want resignation of Kolkata Police Commissioner, State Health Secretary, DHE and DHS. Enhance and ensure adequate security measures for healthcare workers. That's the demand of the doctors. Elimination of alleged threat culture in West Bengal Hospital and medical colleges. Threat culture, I'll come to this. This is the demand of the doctors. Now, let me play out what the court has to say, because court had given an order. So, I'll read out what the court said. The court directed junior doctors at RGK Hospital to resume work by September 10th. This is what the court is saying. State government can act against them if they fail to comply. That's second. Third, doctors must return to work. That's the direction. Doctors are in the system to render the service to patients. That's number 4. And 5, security to be provided to doctors once they resume the work. Then there is a third side. And let me play out what is the third side of this entire controversy. And the third side is what the state government, that's state government's position. And I will play out those bites, the third side. And these are the visuals of where the talk had to be held. So it's a story taking place in layers, and this is where Mamata Banerjee was waiting for them. So it's not as if Mamata Banerjee was not there. It also reminds me of Anna Hazare's protest when the similar demand was raised by Arvind Kejriwal, Prashant Bhushan. They wanted their conversation to be recorded on camera. And this was unheard when this happened, because they wanted these cameras to be inside South Block with the group of ministers meeting. But that's for a later time. Let me introduce Dr. Saurabh Datta. Without complicating it further, there is a genuine, palpable anger by the medical community in West Bengal. Can you just locate this anger for me as a viewer and a journalist from Delhi? I'm sure the rape and murder of Abhiha is just one part. But what is the bigger picture?
Look, the rape and murder of Abhiha is not an isolated incident. You have to understand that it was happened in a medical college during duty in a hospital where so many people are working. That happened because the RGK Medical College became an epicenter of anti-social activity for last few years. And we from IMA and from various organizations, doctors were shouting for a long time regarding this. And this network, this nexus, the epicenter was certainly RGK Medical College and also the West Bengal Medical Council, where goons of doctors, they rigged the election, they won the election by just rigging. They didn't allow the general doctors to vote. And from there, they are masterminding a nexus, which we are calling health syndicate. Some people are calling North Bengal lobby, whatever you say. But this nexus has created, they are certainly demolishing the basic structure of health care in our state. Not only in medical colleges, but in everywhere, from health university, where every day we'll see there are some principals of colleges, teachers are openly now telling how examinations were, they made the examination process as a mockery. And not only that, openly people are cheating, people are writing from mobile. Some of their goons like Kovik, they Virupa Koviksas, now they are now national, everybody knows them. So they were providing during exam, they were openly giving cheat to the people, and students were.
Dr. Datta, if I may ask you, we cannot question the intention behind the judgment, but how do you look at the impact of the Supreme Court's order? Why hasn't that order having a mitigating impact on the protest?
Look, we have great respect, we have highest respect for our Honorable Supreme Court, and I can understand that they have passed an order where the Chief Justice bench, Honorable Chief Justice bench, has asked our juniors to join duty. But I am sure that when the next bench the hearing will happen, they will understand. Look, there are so many students. They are on streets. They are on their dharnas and all protests for last almost more than 1 month, 33, 34 days today. And they are doing for two reasons. One, they want quick justice for their sister who has lost her life just because because the callousness of everyone. So they need a quick justice, which till date CBI, the investigation agency, could not give them assurance that they are doing that quick investigation. And number two, they are fighting against this health syndicate so that no such incidents will happen in future. And for that reason also, state government has not taken a single step which could have given them some confidence that there is a goodwill, that some action, strong action will be taken against this health syndicate. But I'm really sorry to say nothing has happened. So with which they will join duty? What is, they are right, they are fighting for a valid reason. They are not fighting for their salary. They are not fighting for their improvement of their hostel or anything. They are just fighting for justice. They are just fighting for their security. And this security...
Dr. Datta, shares also back. Brijesh, why hasn't Mamata been able to... There's a popular sentiment. Doctor communities is all galvanized. Why is Mamata failing to tackle it? And secondly, if you recall, this demand of having cameras inside the meeting doesn't remind you of the Arvind Kejriwal and his team asking for the same when Kapil Sibal, if I'm not wrong, then Pranab Mukherjee,
the
entire GOM, this was one of the demands they had put up.
See, honestly speaking, if you ask me, I don't understand the rigidness on why this live streaming has to be done. If the state government is allowing the entire meeting to be videographed, and if the state government is saying that doctors can also videograph it, then I think, you can videograph it and put it out on YouTube. Today, there's social media day. Nobody can hide or nobody can, do this. There's a second thing. Yes, there has to be a genuine anger. The state government must be held accountable for what happened in the first week of incidents.
Absolutely.
How the way police behaved, the way the entire gig behaved, it was absolutely shoddy and shameful. But I think, Karthikeya, there's a part B to the thing. The thing is that, there was demand for CBI inquiry. The CBI is investigating the case. Has the CBI been able to make a complete departure from what the Kolkata police was doing? No, they have not. What have they arrested Dr. Ghosh for? Is it in any remote way related to the death of, the extremely unfortunate death of Dr. Abhay? No, it is not. The kind of theories which were put forward that, that the organ transplants were being done, there's so many things which were at the fulcrum of the protest in the initial 10 days. They have not been, CBI has not been able to move an inch forward as far as all those very gory and something which I firmly believe should be investigated come what may. No progress has been made. Now what is happening is that the investigative agency is the CBI. The case is being looked into suo moto by the Chief Justice of India led bench. You know, they are privy to the entire thing, and it is not that the students are not represented in the apex court. They are. I mean, there are a couple of lawyers who are there protesting for. So I think it makes the situation a very peculiar situation. And Mamata Banerjee, after fumbling, I know it will not sound good, but after the initial fumbling of 15-20 days, where, you know, she was very aggressive and say that we'll not do this and all of a sudden the politician Mamata Banerjee has come back. Now she is, you know, sitting there waiting for 2.5 hours, saying that we are waiting. We are not going to impose ESMA, or we are not going to force the doctors to return to the hospitals. We are not going to take any coercive action whatsoever. We'll sit and decide. But simultaneously, the demand for what exactly the CBI has done, which was not done erstwhile, or what new revelation the CBI gets into the picture, is a very big missing piece in the entire jigsaw puzzle. Okay. And nobody is asking CBI this.
Okay. Is Dr. Shreya back with us? Dr. Shreya,
Yes.
are you back with me? So, Dr. Shreya,
Yes.
my question is that, well, there are narratives to which you objected, but how long will this protest continue? How long will the medical community in Kolkata, in West Bengal, continue with these demands? Do you think that these vertical demands can meet somewhere in context of a meeting?
So the first day that we started this Shastro Bhavan Abhijan, our demands were as simple as crisp, that we have legit 5 demands. You meet our 5 demands and we are going to join duty immediately. We have been saying that on record from the last 3 days till today. So we were the ones who first sent out a mail to the Honorable Chief Minister. We have been wanting a discussion, dialogue, but yes, there are basic ways how we want to go about it. And if the Supreme Court can have all the hearings live telecasted, then why not no banno? That is as simple as that. If the Supreme Court can have the whole hearing live telecasted, then what is the problem in the Secretariat having the discussion being telecasted? So, as pointed out, that the CBI has not reached any narrative, but the CBI has on record said on Supreme Court that there has been evidence tampering. There has been money offering by DC North. So many things have developed. How is CBI supposed to reach? There already so much has happened. Destruction of a room near the crime scene and whatnot. We have no idea. Alteration of the postmortem report and so many things. So there has been a complete alteration of things. There has been a suspicion.
So, Dr. Shreya, so you are saying that the live streaming remains the basic obstacle.
Yes, it does. And just not that, we have to discuss about our 5 demands. Yes, we are, there's no discussion about us returning to work, you know, because as soon as as soon as the Honorable Chief Minister with all the health officials, they're going to sit and listen and discuss about our 5 demands. And if we reach a discussion, wherever that may be, we will resume work. So there is no point of having this meeting just about us resuming work. We are going to resume work stat. That has been said by us from day one. But every step we are getting hindered. Every step we are having some clauses and conditions. So that it cannot go on like that.
It cannot go on like that. I would like to say thank you to you, Dr. Shreya, to you, Brijesh, and Dr. Saurav Datta. You know, it was a short time to have this discussion, but indeed an important one, because what is of concern is that there is a position which the students have taken, and the position is that this has to be live streamed. Years ago, Aam Aadmi Party, when they were meeting the delegation of then UPA, they also had the same thing. No, not live streaming at that point of time. They wanted in-camera recording. Now, I don't know, in this war of semantics, how will the patients figure in? Because, you know, doctors are also, you know, doing their duty, protesting, doing their duty and protesting. I think somehow it's incumbent that Mamata Banerjee breaks this deadlock. Because the more it continues, the more it is going to create problem for her. Because whether she likes it or whether she doesn't like it, there is a public sentiment which has been built. That public sentiment was absent in Sandesh Khali, it was absent before that, but this spontaneity is something which cannot be brutally dealt with the majority she has, because brute majorities have also been defeated in Indian politics by smart street protest from way back in 60s, in 2000, and as recently in other parts outside India in our neighborhood. But before I end my show, I leave you with a bite of Mamata Banerjee, her side of the story, because we heard the doctor's side of the story. We had two doctors in the show. They had their point of view both on Mamata and the Chief Justice of India. Now let us hear Mamata's side of the story. What does she has to say?
এর আগেও আমি দুদিন গতকাল এবং গত পরশু হাইয়েস্ট অথরিটি মানে চিফ মিনিস্টার বোঝায় অব দ্য স্টেট, আমরা দুদিন অপেক্ষা করেছিলাম আরো 2 ঘন্টা করে। ভেবেছিলাম তারা আসবেন, হয়তো আসতে পারেননি। যাই হোক, ওরা ছোট, আমাদের কাজ হচ্ছে তাদের আবেগকে মর্যাদা দিয়ে তাদের ক্ষমা করে দেওয়া। আমরা ক্ষমা করে দিয়েছি এবং আজকেও কিন্তু মনে রাখবেন, যখন তারা আমাদের চিঠি পাঠায়, চিঠি পাওয়ার পর আমাদের চিফ সেক্রেটারি একদম কারেক্টলি লিখেছিলেন যে ওপেন মিটিং ডেলিগেশন আসুক টু এনশিওর স্মুথ ফাংশনিং of the healthcare infrastructure in the state. The same cannot be in any manner contrary to the direction passed by the Honorable Supreme Court for resumption of work, as such direction bind the state. আপনারা জানেন, অন্য সময় একবার আমি ওদের নিয়ে, ওরা যেটা বলছে ঠিকই বলছে, লাইভ স্ট্রিমিং করে দিয়েছিলাম, কিন্তু তখন আমাদের উপর সুপ্রিম কোর্টের হাতে কেস ছিল না, বা কেসটা সিবিআই এর কাছে ছিল না, সেটা অন্য ঘটনা ছিল। এখানে আমাদের মনে রাখতে হবে, আমরা রেকর্ডিং করবার সিস্টেম করেছিলাম, সেটা চিঠিতে লিখে দিয়েছিলাম যে মিটিংটা যখন হবে সবটাই রেকর্ডেড হবে স্বচ্ছতা মানবার জন্য এবং sanctity of the proceedings, ensuring that all discussions are actually accurately documented. আমরা 3টে ভিডিও ক্যামেরা রেখে দিয়েছিলাম এবং তারা যদি চাইতো আমরা শেয়ার করতেও তখন পারতাম, সুপ্রিম কোর্টের পারমিশন নিয়ে। কিন্তু ভিডিওতে টোটালটাই রেকর্ডিং করার ব্যবস্থা হয়েছিল। ডাইরেক্ট সুপ্রিম কোর্ট যেটা লাইভ টেলিকাস্ট করতে পারে, আমরা পারি না। তার কারণ হচ্ছে ইট ইজ নট দ্য জুডিশিয়ারি। আর যখন একটা বিচারের ব্যবস্থা, হাইয়েস্ট সুপ্রিম কোর্ট, হাইয়েস্ট জুডিশিয়ারি, সেখানে কেস চলছে, কেস বিচারাধীন এবং কেসটা সিবিআই দেখছেন, আপনারা জানেন তারা লাইভ করতে পারেন, কিন্তু মিডিয়া পর্যন্ত মিডিয়া ট্রায়াল করতে পারে না, সেফটি, সিকিউরিটি এবং কেসের ব্যাপারে আলোচনা করতে